Hi, it's Chris with SATA USA. I'd like to talk to you today a little bit more about the new Jedex that we've introduced. We are offering that in both HVLP and RP with fluid tip sizes from 1.1 up to 1.4. We are still offering the I and O patterns so that you can choose the pattern that works for you as well as the product that you're using. The I pattern we're marketing a little bit different with a control, something that's a little bit slower, in those really difficult metallics or pearl orientation where you're struggling with some mottle or patchiness. That I gives you that extra control that you might be looking for. And for the painters that are a little more impatient like I am, we've got the O patterns, which we're classifying those as speed. They're giving you a little bit more arm speed, a little bit faster throughput in the booth. Additionally to those 1.1 to 1.4s, on the RP side, we've got this gun here, which is our 10X40. We introduced a 1040 in our X5500 platform, and it was really targeted towards those coat-and-a-half base coat systems in the waterborne technology. What it is it's tailored for extreme conditions. Now, it is a solution for extreme, but the nice thing about it is it can be used anywhere. So in standard conditions, what I would consider standard is like 65 to maybe 80, 85 degrees Fahrenheit and 30% to 70% humidity. That's what I'd classify as normal. But in those abnormal or extreme conditions where your temperature is above 85 degrees or your humidity is below 30%, some of those coat-and-a-half waterborne base coat systems will struggle a little bit on their application side of things. Certainly the paint companies have done an amazing job in their binder developments for those conditions, but we all know there are those colors sometimes that just are very difficult to apply, or we're just not getting the wetting that we need in those environments. So in standard conditions with the 10X40, you're gonna spray it between 26 and 29 PSI. But as soon as you get into those extreme conditions of above 85 degrees and below 30% humidity, simply dropping your air pressure between 22 to 26 is going to give you slightly less atomization, which will give you a little bit of a wetter droplet, which helps compensate for that lack of humidity as well as that high temperature in those environments. Today we'll be spraying this one on a coat-and-a-half base coat system. One thing I want you to take note of what you'll see when I'm in the booth is specifically with the 10X40, our gun distance from the panel has changed. Traditionally, we recommend 6 to 8 inches away from the panel. Gives you that good atomization, good transfer efficiency. You're not putting a bunch of overspray into the air and eventually down into your filters. With the 1040, you actually need to be a little bit closer. It is designed that way, so it's somewhat pushes us as painters out of our comfort zone. If we're traditionally used to a distance like this and we've got to push in, naturally we're going to be a little bit timid, maybe worry about our arm speed and want to go quicker. But please understand the development that we've done with this nozzle set, that's its sweet spot for application. By backing up a little bit further, you may notice that you might start dog boning your pattern or blowing the middle out a little bit. You can compensate that slightly with air pressure, but you're really best suited to maybe move in a couple inches and that'll really fill out that pattern for you. For more information on the Jedex or the 1040, please visit SATAUSA.com or check out more of our YouTube videos.